let's dive in.
So tell me, what do the cards reveal? What's the truth they conceal? She's the high priestess with the key to every question that's haunting me. A lover's heart or a warning from the past. In the tyrant's embrace, I'm spellbound at last. Truth's come undone, it's a dance we must face. In the chaos, I find my place.
In the tarot's embrace, I'm spellbound at last. Truth's come undone, it's a dance we must face. In the chaos, I find my place. The moonlight glows, the veil is thin. Moon of infinity will call again. Thanks for walking in the light, where guides whisper pure insight. Until we meet, the cards will wait. Mystic whispers guide your fate. With every message our spirits send, for cosmic dreams our souls transcend.
Hello everyone, welcome into another live stream. If you have not had a chance to see my community post yet, I highly encourage you to go over to my channel and read the community post that I recently made. I will not be over on YouTube very much. You will probably see me once or twice a week. Circumstances have changed, and this is requiring me to spend more of my time on other platforms. So just a little heads up on that if you just want to go over to my posts and just read my little message to everyone. But I'm going to be here as much as I can. You'll probably see a lot more live stream notifications to meet me over on TikTok. But I do know that TikTok is banned in certain countries, and so I still want to give access to the people who can't meet me over here on YouTube. But just keep in mind, it's only going to be like once or twice a week that I'll be over on YouTube. So make sure you get your donations in. Over here, if this is the only place you want readings, make sure you get your free yes/no questions in whenever you see me, etc., etc. This is for Nat. I'm getting a yes, Nat. I have the Nine of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. Brittany, no. Five of Pentacles. You're on the right path, Jupiter. Eight of Pentacles. I'm getting a no, Shavana. No. Four of Swords. Yes, Ace of Pentacles for Amy. You're welcome. You're welcome, Amy. Yes, Joanna, the Wheel and 10 of Pentacles. Hey, Mature, how are you? I'm getting a yes for Scorpio, the Sun. Mature, I'm getting a no. 5 of Swords. Hey, everyone. Welcome in. White chick. So I typically don't answer things that need approval required by the state, like financial, legal, that kind of thing. However, I'm just gonna do this for you. The card I pulled is the King of Wands. So I feel like you will take the lead. I feel like you'll get what you're looking for here. You're welcome, Mature. Deja, I'm hearing eventually. I have the Nine of Swords and the Death card. This talks about like this card. These cards are specifically a no, but because your question is so open ended, it doesn't have a time frame. You know, this no doesn't apply to the rest of your life. But I think at some point, eventually, you'll get the Ten of Cups you're looking for. I think it might just take time. You're welcome, White Chick. Bria, yes. Six of Cups. Chibi, I'm getting a no. Death and Rebirth. Page of Pentacles is a yes for me, Abria. Most likely not, Sienna. I have the Two of Pentacles. This talks about like a maybe, maybe not. It's not actually a yes or a no, but when I confirmed if which way we're leaning towards a no. So that's not set in stone, but that's how it's looking right now. I think your person's kind of keeping to themselves. The Hermit is here, so they may want to keep this news locked up for now. You're welcome, Abria. You're welcome, Sienna. Let me confirm. Where'd you send to, Amy? For some reason, I didn't get a notification. Cash App like usual, right? Yeah, it came through. It just didn't go through to my email for some reason. Oh, yeah, of course, of course. That's totally fine. Let me grab my deck. Hey, Philomena. No TikTok for tonight. I had someone come on last night on YouTube when I had an ad running that I'm over on TikTok, and she reminded me that there's TikTok is banned in certain countries, and she didn't have access to meet me over at TikTok. And I did mention that I was going to be doing YouTube at least like once a week or as often as I can. So tonight is the night that I chose to do YouTube this evening. But I will be back on TikTok, and you're definitely going to see me live over there way more than over here. But just tonight, and maybe like once or twice a week, you'll see me over here on YouTube. I just want to make sure, because I think it's Australia. I think it's banned in China. Let me see. India, it's banned. It's banned in Afghanistan. It's banned in Nepal, Somalia. Partial bans in certain countries as well. There's just like a lot that people in those countries don't have access to. So if they're used to seeing me, I want to make sure that they still can at least once or twice a week. Hey, Shannon, if you want that question answered, it's $5. Our free list is closed for the night. TikTok is too overwhelming. It is a little overwhelming because the chat goes so fast. The hard part for me is keeping up with the chat, like not being able to stay focused on the one person I'm doing a reading for. Right now, thank God, it's like manageable. But for instance, over on YouTube, I can like save comments and come back to them. You can't save comments over on TikTok. So it's crazy. It's very busy over there. But that's a good thing. I think that it's important that I have that ability. I just have to figure out how to pin comments because for whatever reason my phone doesn't let me do that. So I gotta figure out what I'm doing wrong. All right, messages from Elias. Well, Philomena, you'll still see me over here, you know, a couple times, and then over there if you want to. It's up to you whenever you want to do that. And then just remember too that I'm still offering, you know, offline readings as well over on Instagram. So if ever you're like, hey, are you doing, just send me a message. Hey, are you doing offline readings tonight? Because if you don't see me live, and even if you do see me live, you can still ask me and I can let you know if I have time to do those. It may not always be advertised, but you can always reach out and ask me. All right. So he says, I am too young. I daydream about a life with you. I don't want to let you go. I can't stop thinking about you. I would do it all again. I need security. You don't know how hard it was to let you go, but I can't do this. And the timing wasn't right for us. So what it sounds like is he feels there's something to do with the timing again. I'm too young, maybe I'm too inexperienced, maybe, I need your girlfriend material, maybe that's not what I'm ready for, something like that. Because I always felt like with your connection, he wanted to catch up to you. He always felt like he needed to do more, be better, be in a different place, a more mature place in order to be with you. And I feel like he maybe realized that that wasn't where he was at. But it doesn't mean that he doesn't still think about you, And I don't think he has any regrets necessarily either. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with this other person anymore, Amy. I'm not sure. Do you have any updates? Do you know if he's still seeing that person? Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I think until his behavior changes towards you, you can probably assume that, actually. You're welcome, Amy. You did not tell me that you were going to Miami. It's funny that you say that because I just saw a TikTok about Miami today. That sounds like so much fun. You're going at the perfect time too, because I don't think it's hurricane season right now. I don't really know about that in in Florida. But I think it's more towards the end of summer into September, October. So you're going at like the perfect time. You probably have beautiful weather there. I know, isn't that a funny coincidence? Why not all of them? When I went to California, I went to all the different beaches. I went to Santa Monica, Venice. We went to Malibu. I went to Hermosa. I was like, take me to every single beach. Like I want because every single beach is so different, you know? Like Santa Monica was like fun. They have like the carnivalesque vibe. very scenic, very pretty. And then Malibu's like beachy surf, kind of rocky, kind of sandy, but like very much like prime beach spot. Then you have Hermosa, which is just like aesthetically pleasing. That was probably one of my favorite beaches. It's just literally so gorgeous. And then what am I thinking? What did I say? Venice. Very cool, very eclectic. Like you see all kinds of walks of life at Venice. So I don't know, just try them all if you have time. I can't make any recommendations. I've only been to Florida once. We didn't go to the beach, I don't think. But I was there for a school thing, and then we did Universal, and I think like something else. I can't remember. Yeah, so I can't make any recs. I've only been to Florida once, and it wasn't for very long. It was for like 3 days or something. Like, if that. Yeah, I'm sure you'll get some good food down there. It's also a very like Spanish scene too in Florida. You have like, so you probably not just seafood, but like if you like Spanish cuisine, definitely recommend trying some stuff down there with that. But yeah, I'm sure the seafood's gonna be amazing. Cuban, exactly. Lots of Cuban food. Definitely do your research in advance is what I would recommend, Amy. Utilize ChatGPT to do the research for you. Just say like I'm going to Miami from this date to this date. These are the things I want to experience. Can you create an itinerary for me? And then like they can tweak it too. So you can say like each day I'll have 3 hours to do something. And then if they add something that you don't want to do, be like instead of blank on Tuesday, try a different activity or a different beach or a different restaurant or something. Yeah, ChatGPT is both. It's both an app and it's both a website. It's either one, whichever one you want to do. Yeah, it's cool. It's really cool. And you can tweak it. So if there's something, if you create an itinerary and you're like, okay. Oh, and then also you can factor cost in too. So you can say, I don't want to spend more than $50 a day, or I don't want to spend more than $200 on activities or whatever. They'll factor in pricing for you too. So, and then maybe you'll get some ideas from there as well. Obviously, you don't have to follow it to a T. It's just suggestion. However, it might give you some ideas on what you can do while you're down there to maximize your time. So you could do a prompt that says, I'm going to Miami from this day to this day. Please create an itinerary of activities. I don't want to spend more than this much money. I probably will have about 3 to 4 hours to dedicate to each activity per day. I want to experience Latin food. I want to experience seafood, find the best, like reviews. And I mean, just give them everything. Literally just load it up with like everything you want it to be. The more information you give at the start, the better that they can do for you. Am I doing any summer plans? Not necessarily. We live in a really nice community with a lake and a huge pool. So I'll probably be doing a lot of like pool days. We're not doing anything this summer because we got plans next summer to do something pretty big. Plus, My sister is having her baby this summer. So we're not actually going to be planning anything in particular. But we'll definitely have a lot of days out in the summer, out in the sun, but probably not a vacation this year. We've got other plans for our money. So yeah, I don't think anything big is planned. But I'm still gonna get out there because where I live in my community, it's like a beach town, but instead of a beach, it's a lake, if that makes sense. But it looks like a little beach town because it's got like sand and we have the water around the lake, and then we have a pool. So it's very summer friendly. So, and that's part of the reason why we live here, because the dues are so high. But if we can't go on a vacation one year, then we have at least a beautiful lake in a pool, and we can kind of get that feeling like we're at the beach, even though it's just right in our neighborhood. Hey, Philomena. No, so it's like it does make up for the summers that we can't do or we don't plan to do anything. It makes up for it because then we have access to that and it still feels like we went and did something. The only difference is that when you take a vacation, you really take time off. You know, like you are mentally checked out of work. Philomena, I didn't get a notification for that one either. Oh, wait, I'm on the wrong email. That's probably what's going on. Philomena, give me 1 second. But like when you go on vacation, like if you're going to be checked out for the week, like that's your thought process. For me, having this, that's the only downside, is that I can come home and I can work. So I'm not checked out mentally, but I do have access to it whenever I want. So there is kind of like a payoff. It feels different. It only feels like quote unquote vacation when you're there. And then you get home and then you're like, okay, back to reality, you know? But I hope you have fun where you're going. Okay, so Philomena, it looks like a mini reading for you. What can I do for you? They're so pretty, Amy. I'll have to take some pictures of our lake so you can see. It's gorgeous. And they put down new sand this year, is my understanding. So hopefully it's even nicer than it was last year. What I would love is to have a boat or at least a jet ski, because then that would be a lot of fun. Yeah, conjure a plan with ChatGPT, and don't be afraid to ask it to revise. So, like, let's just say on Wednesday it tells you to go to a museum, and you're like, I don't really want to do that. Then say on Wednesday I would prefer to do something different. Can you give me any suggestions? But you'll really like. I like itineraries. I like to at least have loose plans, because then I can really maximize my time where I'm at somewhere. And don't forget to put your budget either, because they probably will give you a lot of budget friendly options. Some days they might even give you like, they might tell you like places you can go for free, or things you can do for free down there as well. See you later, Amy. What's coming in love for you? Let's take a look here. I'm hearing like August, Philomena. We have the Eight of Cups, and Cups is summer for me seasonally, and the number 8 is like the month of August 8th. Maybe it happens on the 8th day, or it happens on a 8 numerical day. So for example, on June 2nd would be considered an 8 day. On July 1st would be considered an 8 day, because 7 plus 1 is 8. So it could happen on June 8th because it's the 8th day, July 8th because it's the 8th day. It could be August 8th because it's 8/8. It could be the 8th month, just some time in August. So essentially, like, that's just the number that's standing out to me. 8 also sideways is the number of infinity. So this could indicate a significant match for you. We have the Knight of Cups, which indicates somebody who comes in that's wearing their heart on their sleeve, who wants to wine and dine you, take you out, really romance you, really show you a good time. So there could be something significant that happens around that 8 number. This is someone who wants to pursue you, date you, and actually make you an offer. The Ace of Pentacles is here, so I do feel like this person wants to provide or pay for you, or show that there's some kind of like leadership. This may also be the type of person that shows up with flowers in hand, or is the person that sets the plans at date time and says, let's do this. So you find someone that's like coming in to show you this definite interest because they're taking time out of their day to make the plan happen. I feel like this person doesn't ever like to show up empty-handed. They like to make sure. Philomena, you're so right. Thank you for pointing that out. Absolutely. The only reason why I was thinking summer was because cups are here. It's 8 of cups. But you're so right. It could be in 8 months. And then also the sun is here, which indicates summertime as well. So that's the only reason. You got a lot of cups here and like summertime vibes. But you are 100% correct. This is all open to interpretation. So I feel like this person always wants to show up with something in hand for you, a gift, something that they thought of you, a cookie, flowers, chocolates, or if they're like showing up empty-handed, there's still something that they want to do. This is indicating to me that a big thing for them is gesturing their care for you through thoughtfulness. It doesn't necessarily have to be the most expensive thing, but they want to bring a token to you to show you whenever they can that they were thinking of you, even though you weren't there necessarily when they were picking out the gift. Or it could just be that gifts are their love language, so how they like to provide and show their love. So it just depends. So Philomena, I'm picking up August just really strongly because 8 of Cups is like 8 of summer, and 8 of summer would be August. I do want to make it known though that it can happen anytime over summer because, for example, June 2nd, well, that just passed. So July 1st, for example. July 1st is an 8 day. 7 plus 1 is 8. I just realized we're in June. I can't believe it already. We're in June. But at the same time, you had a point when you said it could be 8 months. I think that's very, very possible as well. I'm pulling more for August, but at the same time, I'm not going to say that with confidence because tarot is open to interpretation. Tarot is never set in stone. I'm just leaning towards August intuitively. That's what it feels like to me. Between the Eight of Cups, which is summer, the Knight of Cups, Cups is summer, Page of Cups, Cups is summer, water, and the Sun, summertime, that's really speaking to me that something's happening over the summer. I feel like this person just really has a lot of excitement and hope and enthusiasm towards you and the connection. So I feel like this is someone that's coming in to try to really show you a good time, show you that they are invested in you and that they want to pursue you. And I think that as long as you are reciprocating these feelings, this person wants to impress you. This person wants to gift you, bring you things, give you tokens of appreciation, provide, plan, and really just show that they have a vested interest in this connection.